format of the Asset Liability Modelling output files from GRM/OPD is fairly standard. What we have is worksheets with the individual results by simulation. So here we've got 30 simulations, but in practice you'd have several thousand. And going across we have different variables of interest that have been selected by the user here, ranging from demographic information such as number of members to value of liabilities, and then funding ratios, assets over liabilities on the ongoing basis, and then on the section 179 UK Pension Protection Fund basis, and then levies for the Pension Protection Fund. You also have contribution rates, and then you can also have the statistics of those variables, so the distribution including means, standard deviations, skewness, kurtosis, minima and maxima, and percentiles of each of the variables over the number of simulations that you've chosen, and the correlations between the variables, and then a housekeeping sheet with record keeping information to enable you to trace back, to audit where the inputs came from and which asset strategy was chosen, the economic scenario generator that was used, and the parameters for that and the time horizon. So you can reproduce the run from that. And if I want to produce a graph of the output variables and the distribution, I can either use the individual simulations or I can use the variable statistics sheet. Here I'm going to put a timeline on it to use as the x-axis, and I'm going to look at the ongoing funding ratios over time. I'm going to insert a line graph, and now by default the rows and columns are the wrong way around. Next I'll just choose that way, so I've done that, swap that round, and I'm going to set the x-axis here, and I can give a title to the chart layout, chart title, centered overlay title. I can say ongoing funding ratios, assets divided by liabilities. And similarly you can produce charts for other variables of interest, or you could look at percentiles rather than the actual simulations here. So that is the second video in our series on the ALM. I'm going to show you in the next one how you can combine results from different runs and get the program to analyze them.